Yeah, how do we start this? Welcome back. Welcome back to Normal Shit. I'm your co-host, Olivia.
I'm Kelsey. We had quite an episode go out last week.
We did. So in real time right now, it was yesterday for us.
Yeah.
And we were nervous.
Yeah. No, I think it went well.
It was the Wegovy episode, by the way, for people who are listening in the future. The Wegovy episode was the one that went out yesterday in our time. And I think it went well. I do appreciate I actually have to say a few of I think your followers reached out to me and said really nice things.
Aww.
I forgot to tell you that earlier.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. It's nice because I think a couple of girls have followed me and messaged me. And I'm excited because I think you have such an incredible community you've built. So I feel lucky to get to meet some of them.
No, they're so
connect with them.
My gosh. Seriously, the amount of girls that have come to me and been like, we would be best friends in real life. And I'm like, no, I bet.
I know.
I bet.
I think you actually told us that on the Wegovy episode.
Oh.
And but you talked about that because you were kind of saying that's why you felt bad not messaging people and being able to be fully honest at first because you feel so close to people and felt,
For sure. Well, now, I mean, it's out in the open. There were a couple comments that I was like, can you fucking not? But
for the most part, at least from what I saw, everyone was really nice.
I was like, can you just go talk shit privately like a normal person?
And we do appreciate everyone who shared those clips and that podcast privately and talk shit privately.
It's keep it private. Don't ruin somebody's day, of course, but you can say what you want to say.
I think we all privately send our sisters and our best friends and our family group chats, little celebrity gossip, influencer tea, whatever. We're doing that in the private chats.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay.
I think that's okay.
Share it with your friends.
But I survived. Me and my therapist did a lot of work to get to this point, and she and I we're meeting bi-weekly at this moment. We've been monthly for a long time, but given the hormones from the egg retrieval, she was like, perhaps we do sooner. So perfect timing. But she's going to be really excited.
So you've got a good support system.
No, she's great.
While you're going through this.
I've seen her now since COVID, so 6 years, which is crazy.
That's so amazing. That's a really lucky thing to have a therapist that knows you that well too and that you love so much. That's hard to find someone you like enough to be with for that long.
I had gone to so many, and this is totally not the point of this episode, and we will get to the point, but I saw her, I swear to God, it was like fate. I was staying home alone one night. I lived with a roommate at the time, and she had plans. I think it was around 4th of July. I don't know. I just felt extra lonely because it was kind of COVID times and you couldn't really do anything. And I saw her TikTok come up, and I was like, oh my gosh, something she would be such a good therapist. I'm gonna go to her website and try to find her. And so I did, and the fact she was in New York, because they have to be licensed in your state,
right?
And she responded back, and she had good rates because she's not in Manhattan. And yeah, we just we've been together ever since.
I love that.
She was here before Brett was.
I love that. She's been through all the phases with you.
Her name is Stephanie, and if you ask really nicely, I'll give you her information.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it. Well, speaking of things that I need therapy about, can we talk about today aging, birthdays, etc.? Because I've got some things I need to share.
Should we tell them what we were just doing?
Yes. Okay, let's start with that.
So it's 8:30 on a Friday night, but we've been out here grinding, okay?
We have been grinding. For our friend Emily, it's her birthday this weekend.
Yes, and the three of us have been friends for a long time. And I just saw a picture, it was 12 years ago at her birthday, so it's been a hot minute. But she's coming to town. She stays with Brett and I, usually about once a month.
Yeah. And
we're going to do her birthday tomorrow. And Olivia and I were like, okay, yeah, we're totally going to decorate a cake.
Of course. So, okay, this is something I wanted to say earlier. Normal shit things that I think are normal, but maybe aren't normal. It probably is though. Watching TikToks of people cake decorating and thinking, I could do that. And then you try to do it. And it's just simply not what you thought. I will watch people professional piping a cake and be like, oh my God, of course I could do that if I bought some pipes on Amazon.
Well, they make it look easy as hell.
They make it look so effortless. I'm like, of course I could do a smooth cake if I had some buttercream and some piping. And so Kelsey had all the things. The queen of all the cake decorating items. You had everything.
I had them. But she was sending me a lot of inspo, and she's like, "Why do I think we can like perfect this?" And I was like,
I was
"Hey,
like,
like
yeah.
I've done it before." So I was like, like if it's a little homemade looking, like that's cool too. She'll
Chelsea
just
kept trying
appreciate
to
it.
warn me, and I was like, no, it's gonna look professional. I'm sure of it because I watched so many TikToks, you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the cake decorating ones, but I just go down rabbit holes watching people spin the cake around and do like the shell borders. I'm like, of course we could do that.
And I think a lot of it comes down to the frosting recipe, which we have not perfected.
The frosting was hard to get because it was either really thick or like runny. And when it's runny, it's hard to like get the piping to look very detailed, I think.
Yes,
But you did such a good job. Kelsey actually made the cake, made the frosting. I got to just show up and try to do the fun part. And I wasn't very good at it. Let me just tell you that.
So because we knew it was obviously not going to work out if we wrote words on the cake with the frosting.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, there's just literally no way we should try. Olivia had bought these little like sprinkle letters.
Yeah. And so I was like,
the alphabet.
Yeah, the alphabet of sprinkle letters. So I was like, oh my gosh, we can write some cute phrases on the top of the cake. And so we were looking on Pinterest for inspo, and we saw 30 fucking one because our friend Emily's turning 31. She'll already have seen the cake by the time that this comes out, so we can release what it says.
We can release the details.
So we wanted to say 30 fucking one. I dump out like maybe a third of the bottle of sprinkles. There are no T's, there are no H's, and there are no Y's. And we're like, huh? And I'm like, no, there must be. So then I pour out like half the bottle. Still no T's. And then I'm
no R's either. There were literally no letters for the word 30.
No I's either.
Yeah, nothing.
And then I'm like, Kelsey, call me crazy, but I'm like searching through this pile of letters. I'm like, there are no T's, no H's, no I's, no R's, no Y's.
Like, you're probably missing it. Like, let's just play like it's a jigsaw puzzle. We'll just start making little piles. No.
There are none. And so we dump out the entire bottle and there was nothing. So we're like starting to chomp on letters to make other letters. So we made an X into a Y by chomping off one of the corners of the X so that it was like a lowercase.
I was using a knife, for the record. A knife and a cutting board.
I was chomping.
Meanwhile, Olivia's like literally like
gnawing
chewing
away
on an E to make an L.
Those L's were good. Okay. But then before we were making our own letters, we were like, okay, well, we can't do 30 fucking one because we literally can't write any of the letters in 30. So let's ask ChatGPT what words we could make out of the letters that we have. So I take a picture of the pile of letters and I was like, hey, chat, out of the letters in this pile that you are able to see, what could we write?
I'm like, you're silent laughing, like about to cry already because it was go for it.
Chad tells us to write old babe. And it goes, old babe, literally obsessed with this. Perfect for turning 31.
And we were like,
absolutely,
we couldn't get it together.
Old babe.
And then we told Brett about it later, and he's like, oh, it's like Old Bay. And we were like,
oh, that's referencing Old Bay? We were like, no, we just thought Old Babe was really Old Babe. And then we had dang Old Diva. Wait, was that what it was?
Yes, dang Old Diva.
Dang Old Diva. So then we had too many good ones. But then we started making letters. So then we actually did end up creating 30 fucking one out of like chomping on some letters to make new letters. And so then we used all the sayings that we made and Kelsey put them on the side of the cake. It's really cute. We can insert a photo.
I was using my Anastasia Beverly Hills tweezers.
And like placing every little.
Like I was playing Operation. Like,
you did a great job.
It was crazy. But no, we put one that was because we went to the University of South Carolina and we didn't have any S's and we're like, there's simply no way to make
You can't make an S.
So we put Go Cock.
Go Cock. We got Go Cock, XOXO, dang Old Diva.
Emily Damn.
It's so good. We're really hoping she appreciates it because we just spent so much time on it. We spent seriously probably an hour creating different phrases that we could write out. And I think we did a good job. I'm really proud of us. It was so funny.
If she doesn't like it, we're going to make her pretend to because...
Yeah, she has to pretend. But we also bought, just PSA to anyone making cakes, these little like cute disco balls that you can put on cakes. I feel like that kind of enhanced it a little bit too. Kind of added a little glitter. And you can cover up a lot of the rough spots on the cake.
Yes, indeed. Olivia has never colored frosting before, or if you have, it was news to me because
I probably never have.
She was like, okay, we want like a really vibrant color. And I had these neon food dyes. She dumped in
Basically the whole tube.
And then the color was crazy.
It was like Pepto-Bismol pink.
And so we were like, okay, how do we tone this? And I was like, oh, like purple. So like purple shampoo, like bring it in so it's like more magenta. And the next thing we knew, we had like Barney showing up.
Yup.
We rescued it, but I was like,
We
girl.
did. It was not good. I do apologize.
But no, it turned out so cute.
Okay, it ended up being so cute, and the same orange and pink that were in the sprinkles were like basically the orange and pink that we ended up piping. Like it all matched in the end, and I think it looks really cute. If you want to put a picture
I
or a little clip in, I'm
will.
proud of it. It's giving kind of Lizzie McGuire Y2K sort of vibes, I think.
And this is a total aside, but we're drinking wine right now, and it is the same wine we had 2 weeks ago when we recorded a podcast.
And it was an opened bottle that's been in the fridge for 2 weeks.
$9 back then. So,
Yup.
But we wouldn't know.
It doesn't taste that bad. And I did ask ChatGPT. Again, I'm probably using Chat way more than I should. I'm gonna chill on that. But it says we can't get sick. It just says it might taste a little gross. But
it said we could. It said it might have grown bacteria.
Oh yeah, that part. But if it
like,
didn't grow bacteria, then we won't get sick. But we won't know for sure until afterward.
But felt like a risk I was willing to take. I'm finally able to drink. I've been doing this egg retrieval stuff. Couldn't drink more than like a glass in a week. And so now I'm like, gotta party it up for these 3 seconds before I go for round 2.
Oh, right. Wait, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So the results of it were, I think I just like did a bad job of doing research.
What do you mean?
Well, like, because I didn't want to stress myself out because this is an absolute luxury and I want to like be so for real about that. And so like, also if you're in this position where you're like, maybe I want kids, maybe I don't, but I don't know, I don't want to like lose my egg quality. I would go ahead and do it now because I think it would be infinitely worse and more stressful if I had the added pressure of like, oh my gosh, like I need to make this happen right now. Like just really the emotions behind it. Because instead I'm kind of like mostly just annoyed that I have to deal with the hormones again. Like,
yeah.
But it's not like, oh my God, my like hopes of having a family are crushed. It's like, no, like we could still probably try this the natural way. It's like very, very, very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But the attrition, man, so much attrition.
What are you saying?
Attrition.
What's that?
Oh.
Am I stupid? What is that? Attrition?
Yeah, it's like the decline of the numbers.
Is that a term that's specifically used in egg freezing?
No, it's like a term.
Attrition?
Let me look up the actual definition for the people.
Wow. Okay, smarty pants.
Hang on. It's important.
No, it's probably a normal word that I just haven't heard.
Attrition. The gradual reduction of a workforce, customer base, or resources through natural departures or environmental factors. Yeah, so the attrition of these eggs.
Okay, smarty. Please let us know in the comments, is that a word you knew before right now, or is that just me? Okay.
They, so I think they told me I had like 15 follicles at one point, and I was like, sick. We really grew those little things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up from the retrieval, and they're like, so we got 8. And I was like, 8?
Oh, so they really hyped you up beforehand thinking it was going to be more.
Although I might have even heard it wrong, to be honest, but I thought I was getting way more. And then I was like,
you thought it was like almost double.
What did you do with the others? Like, hello?
Yeah.
But I guess they don't get the ones that are small because like some of them kind of overcompensate for others.
Okay.
Yeah. So they did that, and then they have to like see which ones fertilize with the sperm. Ew, sorry, gross. This is why I'm not a mom.
Okay,
I'm not mature enough.
You're making like embryos.
Yes.
Okay.
And so they have to like grow, and so they're in like the growth process right now, but we got 4. So we went from 15 to 8 to 4.
Yeah, things just dwindle as you keep going, I guess, right?
And then the doctor called me and she was like, okay, cool. So like I would, prepare for like maybe 1, like, because you send it to testing.
Oh my God. So you have 4 embryos and only 1 might be like good?
Well, they could be all 4 good technically.
But there's a chance that like.
But also I think that's like rare. Like statistically you're unlikely to have all 4 be good.
Dang.
But anyway, so I have to go back through this shindig here.
I'm sorry. So are you doing it straight away?
Yeah, I have to go start. It's Friday now. I have to go Wednesday to start back up on those hormones. I know.
So
FML.
you're really just jumping right in. You're not taking any time off.
Yeah, because I want to have a hot girl summer, and I've been so bloated. Today I'm actually feeling better because the last 2 days were really bad. like a lot of pain and bloating and just feeling emotional. Like I cried last night for no reason, you know what I mean?
Aww.
But yeah, I mean, it could have been about the Wegovy stuff, but in my mind it wasn't. Okay.
Most people are really nice.
No, they
Don't
weren't.
worry.
I think I was just anxious because I don't know.
It is a scary thing to put yourself out there and say things that could be controversial. That's really hard.
But like in my mind, it wasn't about that. But now that I think about it, maybe it was.
It could be.
But no,
It could be
anyway,
all the things.
I get to shoot up again starting then. So
You know what? That relates to our conversation about aging, though, because look at you. You're doing some big girl shit this week.
yes,
I
had a story.
I have a story that I have to tell.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Because I was slightly traumatized this week by teenagers.
Oh,
Okay, I literally can't even deal. So in my head, when I walk into like a Cheesecake Factory, for instance, this is where I was.
specifically a Cheesecake Factory.
Because that's where my story takes
Oh,
place.
we have to tell our cheesecake story after this
What cheesecake story?
from November.
In
We went to the
Vegas?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, so many things happen at the Cheesecake Factory. Okay, so this past week. Mike wanted to go work out and it was like Friday night, I want to say. And I was like, I really want to like go to dinner or like do something fun. Like I don't want to go to the gym right now at 8 p.m. on a Friday night.
Oh no.
And
yeah.
he was like, well, I didn't go to the gym earlier this week because he was helping me film something. And so I couldn't really fight him on it because I was like, okay, you literally took off from the gym on Wednesday and Thursday to help me film something for my job. So fine, if you want to go to the gym Friday night, you can. But then I was like, well, I don't really want to sit at home though. And I don't have a ton of friends who like live near me because I'm in Westchester County. So it's like outside of the city. And for like a last minute kind of drink, you know, or something, I don't really have a lot of people like close by that it could just be a quick like, hey, want to hang out right now.
Did you go to the Cheesecake Factory alone?
Yeah, so I went to the Cheesecake Factory alone. First,
why am I stunned?
wait, okay, I need to know your take on this because I like eating alone. I personally don't have a problem with eating alone at a restaurant, but I need to know people's take. Do you eat alone at a restaurant? Is that normal shit or not?
I can't do it. I mean, there have been a couple times that I'll like sit at the bar or something, but I don't know. I would so much rather order takeout and just sit in like a hotel room bed because that's usually I feel like where it happens is like I'm on a work trip or something and I'm alone. I can't do it. I'm always like, I feel so awkward and I don't want to make conversation. Like I'm very extroverted, but I don't want to talk to people sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's why I like eating alone though, because I don't want to talk to people. I just want to eat and be alone. But I don't feel pressure of like, oh, I want to sit at the bar and make friends. No. I want to sit at a table by myself, have a drink, have food, and maybe scroll on my phone, maybe people watch, maybe eavesdrop at the tables next to me. Like, I am fine with it. And I'm at the point where I am confident enough to eat alone because I'm also going into it thinking I'm never going to see any of these people again. Like,
True.
no one knows who I am. They don't know my story. I don't know. I just feel confident about it. I don't feel weird.
Nice.
So I go and sit at like the bar high tops. So like, you know how there's the bar itself and then there are the high top tables at the Cheesecake Factory. And I sit by myself at a high top table and all the other high top tables are full. So there's like one family on one side of me, like a mom and kids, and they're pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, it's fine. I'm by myself, whatever. And then there's a table of like teenagers on the other side of me. And I want to say they're probably like 15, 16, but also this made me feel old because I couldn't really tell. Like they could have been 12, they could have been 19. I don't really know. We're gonna go with like around 15, 16, probably. So they keep turning around and like looking at me. And I'm starting to get a little anxious because I'm like, I am sitting here by myself. Like Mike has no plans to meet me after. He's just like, when I'm done with the gym, we're going home. So romantic. I'm just kidding. So I was like, I'm getting a Cosmo and my favorite Thai lettuce wraps, and I'm gonna sit and enjoy myself on this Friday night, even though I have no one to eat with. Like I am just gonna own it. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting, I'm ordering my food, getting my drink, and these teenagers keep turning around and staring at me. And I'm like, why are they looking at me?
That's so mean.
And they're kind of giggling, and I'm like, you know what? They're not. But you know what
Are
I
they
tell
bullying
myself?
you?
Just wait. Just wait. I tell myself in my head, I'm like, Olivia, you're making this up. Nobody cares that you're eating. Like, I keep having to hype myself up in my head a little bit because I'm like, no one's staring at you. They're probably looking at the door waiting for their friends. Like, it's not you. And then they turn to me and go, ma'am, can we borrow this chair? And then I'm like, okay, first, ma'am was a little rude, but it's fine.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Ma'am. And then one of the other girls. So it's two girls, two like 16-year-old girls and like a boy. And one of the girls goes, ma'am, can we borrow this chair? And then her friend goes, oh, that's so sad. Don't take her chair. She's eating alone. And I go, no, it's okay. You can take it. I'm like not waiting for anyone. You guys can use the chair. And she goes, oh, but that's so sad. Oh, but that's so sad. And I was like, and then I'm feeling like I have to make myself look cool. So I'm like, oh my God, don't worry. Like, I have a boyfriend and he's at the gym right across the street. And like, I just didn't feel like working out because it's Friday night. So then I was like wanting to come to the Cheesecake Factory and I'm just getting a drink and kind of doing my own thing.
And don't worry, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, literally. Don't worry. I'm not a freaking loser. I really was a loser on this night. And then I go, don't worry, I have a boyfriend. He's at the gym across the street. I just wanted to get a drink and get some food at the Cheesecake Factory. Like, please don't feel bad for me. Please take the empty chair that I'm not using. It's fine. And then she just goes, oh, you're such a nice lady. If you need anything, please let us know. As if I'm like elderly and I'm going to be like, I need help. Like, oh my God, traumatized. So then I'm like, thanks. Oh my God. Oh, and by the way, when I was like, I have a boyfriend, like, don't worry. He's at the gym, like, he's gonna come get me after. And she goes, T, clock it, get that man's money. She goes a little, T, clock it, get that man's money. I was like, thanks. And she's like, you're such a nice lady, but seriously, like, let us know if you need anything. And then they're all kind of giggling and whispering the whole time. And then like maybe 10 minutes later, she turns back to me and goes, are you doing okay? You're such a nice lady.
Jeez.
Call me a lady one more
Swear
time.
God.
Try. And then they're,
Sorry for the
fake, went a little
interruption.
crazy. You're fine. So she says, oh, you're such a nice lady. And then they keep turning to me and just staring at me and laughing. And I was like really getting in my head at this point. And then one of them turns to me and goes, you're such a nice lady. Chase your dreams.
Oh my God.
It was so bad. And then I keep hearing them whisper and going, oh, I feel so bad for her. You took that nice lady's chair and she's all alone. Oh, I feel so bad for her.
What the hell?
Anyway, that was my story at the Cheesecake Factory. But I'm like, first of all, traumatized being called ma'am and a nice lady. And second, having teenagers whisper about you.
No, that
And-
is.
Okay,
See, this is my fear about eating alone.
I know. I think I'm going to traumatize everyone after this because I had confidence about eating alone. My theory going into eating alone was that you think people care what you're doing and no one's looking at you. Like, no one cares that you're sitting by yourself. No one's looking at you. Apparently, they might be. If they're judgmental teenagers, they actually might be looking at you. And they might let you know what they think.
Right.
Traumatizing. But I haven't interacted with like 15, 16-year-olds in quite a while.
No, same.
So I didn't know what the vibes were, and they're not good. They're not looking great right now.
Ironically, I actually wrote down, I forgot I'd even written this note, quote, wanted to talk to middle school girl in building about aloe opening next door, but I am old.
There is something to it, though, where like I feel young enough to connect with them, where I'm like, we probably both shop at Aloe. We probably both like Labubu's. You know? Like there are
You
things...
do like younger stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like a Labubu.
Oh, I love a Labubu.
I know you do. I know.
Like there are things that we could probably connect with. But I sat next to these teens thinking like, oh, we're like all the young people here at Cheesecake Factory. And they're looking at me like, baby, you're not the same generation.
It's twice my age.
Oh my gosh. So that was my Cheesecake Factory story. So I hope I don't traumatize anyone, but truly after that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat alone. At least not at Cheesecake Factory.
Well, the last time you and I were at the Cheesecake Factory,
Yup.
it was in November, and we were at BravoCon, and I personally, I don't love Vegas. It is overstimulating for me. There's just so much going on.
Yep.
And you have to walk so far to get anywhere. And I don't really remember what we had going on that day, but I don't know. That was like the trip as a whole was a lot.
Yeah. So Kelsey took me kind of like as her assistant to BravoCon, and I helped her with some work stuff. But we had a schedule. It was like back to back to back things. And we had one little break.
So we're like, where should we get lunch? Hell yeah, Cheesecake Factory. So we go.
And we were like tired, and we're like, can we just go somewhere quiet and
Somewhere
like so
chill.
like where no one's gonna be, just really quiet, and like we have headaches, we're tired, we're hungover, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we were hungover,
Oh.
but it's always a little dehydrating in the desert.
Maybe.
But we go in there like, oh, we have our outdoor patio. It was not outdoors. It was effectively a mall.
It was like underneath the painted sky. And
'Cause
wherever we were.
you never know what time it is and stuff there.
Yo.
So we're sitting in this outdoor section that is actually indoors.
Yeah.
We got Shirley Temples all around.
Yep.
And behind us is like this, I want to say like animatronic.
Yeah, like in like a water feature type water fountain tank.
Yes.
Of
It was
sorts.
like a vintage animatronic.
Yeah.
I think the theme was Atlantis.
Yeah, it was giving like water tower type vibe.
So like in the middle of this meal, like there are all these people that suddenly crowd around and this thing starts shooting up flames and like screeching.
And we're like, what are the chances this is the spot we chose to sit?
It like could not have been louder. It's like echoing off the entire ceiling.
And people are screaming and taking photos, and we're just like one eye open, like, barely hanging on right now.
We're like, actually, we just need a fucking nap, and instead
We're like, we can get a quick little bite at Cheesecake Factory.
we're in like a war zone.
Yeah,
What?
it was really insane.
I know, it was hilarious, but
So
what a trip.
Let us know if you have any Cheesecake Factory memories.
Oh, wait, we wanted to talk about our
Birthdays.
so in honor of Emily's birthday, we wanted to tell some birthday stories, and I think you had one.
Oh, I have a funny one from my childhood, and then you have Pukey Birthday. Where do we want to begin?
You can begin.
Okay, from my childhood, there was one birthday that I did, and the theme was Herbie Fully Loaded because the Lindsay Lohan movie had just come out. So I could probably do the math on how old I was, but I don't remember. I want to say elementary school. Maybe.
Mhm.
Does that feel right? And I
Yeah.
remember we all went to go see the movie. So apparently, though, from my mother's perspective, I had no idea that all of this shit went down until now that I'm older. My mom has told me all about it. But apparently, a bunch of shit happened the day of my birthday. So she's got a group of maybe like 10 to 15 like elementary school girls, and we're all going to the movie theaters to see Herbie Fully Loaded. And apparently, my dad's car like breaks down, and so she has to somehow like load all of us into the one minivan
Oh
that
my
we had, and we
God.
didn't have enough cars to get there. And then she arrives at the movie theater with all of us, and she gives the guy her credit card to get tickets, and her credit card's declining. And there are like, again, maybe 15 little girls just standing there. And so apparently my mom, how old would she have been when I'm in elementary school? Like maybe in her late 30s, 40s, probably.
That's crazy, by the way.
Isn't that crazy to think
Mhm.
about?
Yep.
So she had all of us wrangled up. The credit card's not working. My dad's trying to like fix the car that broke down back at home. And apparently, like the teenage guy who's running the stand for the tickets, apparently she says to him, my credit card's declining and my husband isn't here right now because he had to fix our broken down car. So what you're going to do is let all of us into the movie for free. And by the time the movie's over, I will figure out a way to pay. And then apparently she was so scared that the like boy working there is like, okay, ma'am. So he lets us all in, and then we walk past all the popcorn, and we all want it. And she goes, and by the way, you're gonna get all of the popcorn and drinks, and by the end of the movie, I will figure out how to pay you. So I had no idea because I was just a little kid, but now she talks about it all the time. She's like, remember the one time I literally told the guy, hey, you're gonna let 15 of us in.
Oh my God.
So we all went in and watched the movie, and I have no I had no idea that she didn't pay until the end. So apparently she's calling my dad the whole movie, and he finally was able to somehow get to the theater and pay the guy for all the tickets and all the drinks and all the popcorn and candy and everything. And whatever his name was, like Sean, she's like, hey Sean, like every stop in the movie theater she'd yell to him, hey Sean, can you make sure they get us some popcorn? Like, hey Sean, can you make sure we get some extra drinks over here? As she's just not paying for anything.
Oh my God.
So that's the memory I have. But she did really cute like little Herbie Fully Loaded themed like cookies that she had made.
Aw.
And she got every girl the soundtrack. It was
That's
so
so good.
Isn't that really cute? My mom did do
Yeah.
really cute birthdays. So
No, that's adorable. I
I
would have
know.
loved to have gone to that birthday.
I know, I think we would have been friends.
Can you
back in
imagine,
the
like,
day.
if you could, yeah, obviously, duh.
Duh.
Can you imagine if you guys hadn't gotten in, though? Social suicide, I tell you
Oh,
what.
can you imagine? It would have been so sad.
Yeah.
I love how she was just like, you're going to let us in. She didn't ask. She told him. So what's going to happen right now is you're going to let all these girls in and we'll figure out a way. And she did pay, by the way. She paid. Don't worry.
She did. Or
At least that's what
Lance
she
paid.
That's what she tells me. Yeah, Lance, my dad, Lance showed up and he paid. Okay, do you want to tell us about Pukey Birthday?
So, at a spry 30 years young, I had my birthday at like a party dinner because I was like, I don't want to like go to a club or anything, but I want to wear a fun outfit and I want to like be at a dancey place, but have it like
Yes.
also have a chair at all times.
I
you
think
know.
that's actually a great compromise, those kind of dinners.
BB Rexa was there.
At the restaurant
Yeah.
that night? No
Yeah.
way. I didn't
And she
know
like
that.
they played her song and she like got up and was singing.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
so cool. I wasn't there, by the way. I was in LA at the time, so I wasn't
Yes.
there for this birthday, but I've heard stories.
And so Emily was in town with us, and she and I went to like we did our little shopping in the daytime, and we got some lunch together. We got like a little pizza. I think we split everything that we ate. And that night, we're at this dinner. We have like I don't know, like a martini. We didn't drink very much. Like it wasn't a huge quantity, but she at some point is like, "Hey, like I'll be right back." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, cool, like whatever." Not thinking about it. I'm like, she's going to the bathroom. Doesn't come back for like a really long time, and there was no service down there, so I was like getting genuinely concerned. Turns out she was outside on the street vomiting on the phone with her sister, like,
Yup.
just repeatedly puking. And I was like, "Oh, that's such a bummer. Like, I feel so bad for her." And then eventually she comes back because she has nothing left to give. And she, I start to feel a little off, and I'm like, you know what? I literally go, I think we can call it. I think we could be done now.
Oh.
So we get in an Uber to go home, and I get car sick like you wouldn't even believe.
Yeah.
And so just in general, but I was like, I didn't want to take the subway. I didn't feel like it. And my little shoes, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get all the way back, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm really nauseous. Really, really, really nauseous. Holy shit. And so I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. And I'm in the elevator, and I'm like, oh no. I am not well right now. I was like, oh shit. And so we got off on our floor of our building, and I'm like, I can't make it to my apartment.
No. It was that bad.
Yes. And so the trash room is like right next to the elevator. So I like fling open the trash room door, and I start throwing up into the recycling bin.
You're joking. Kelsey.
Just like projectile vomiting into the recycling bin. And I was like, I'm 30 fucking years old. I'm like, I swear I don't think it was from drinking.
I know. That's what I was going to say is like Kelsey and Emily don't, especially Emily, like doesn't specifically really drink a lot at all. And I also don't feel like you do.
No, like not enough for that.
No,
Certainly.
not enough for that.
And so I'm like, oh my God, okay. And they're like, Brett and Emily are like waiting for me in the hallway. Like, it's going to be okay. And so we get back into the apartment, and I'm like, oh no, it's happening again.
No. It's like Bridesmaids.
I can't even get to the bathroom.
Oh.
And I'm just like, again, projectile vomiting into the kitchen sink.
No. I did not know this.
It was so bad.
The fact that both of you threw up though, and I know
Right.
Emily doesn't drink that much, and I know you don't either, but I feel like for your birthday you could if you wanted to. But
Totally.
like I just don't think it was that. I feel like it must have been food poisoning.
Yeah, anyway, I was like, wow, I'm so mature. Like,
It's not your fault.
I don't know, but I blame the cheese pizza because I don't know what else to blame.
Because that's the one thing that you both had before the night out,
We had
right?
like salad and pizza together, yeah. And because nobody else was sick.
Right. And everyone was like, you ate at the dinner, right? Like there was food at the dinner
Right.
that everyone was eating and nobody else felt sick. So it must have been what you guys had before.
But I'm like, now I've wondered if anybody else on my hall ever went to the trash can and was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
who threw up in here? First of
Oh
all,
no.
if you live on my floor, I'm literally so sorry. And then to the people, the fabulous people who handle our trash for our building, I do not doubt for a single second that they had to have looked up the cameras for that and that they know it's me. Because would you
Probably,
not?
right?
Oh my God.
I would. If I worked in a building, I'd be, oh my God, I'd be all over that.
Yeah,
Checking the
of course.
footage.
I would be like, got nothing else to do. Let's see what the hot gossip is.
Totally.
No, so I did give them a really good Christmas tip this year because I was like, I'm so sorry.
Make up for
Granted,
it.
it was like all perfectly in the bag and everything, but like it wasn't ideal, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's that birthday, and then the other birthday story.
Yes, you wrote down 20th birthday.
This one is less fun times, but it has, I think, a great meaning. And I have told it, it's been like years and years since I talked about this on TikTok, but my 20th birthday, we were in college, and I have a summer birthday, so even though we were in college, I was living in the apartment, but a lot of people like you were probably not living there.
I don't think I was there at this birthday either.
And so nobody was. That's kind of the problem. So my parents had both said that they had work travel or something, so I wasn't going to go home. And then my boyfriend at the time had to work, or I think I told him he could. I was like, yeah, he was like working at a grocery store or something. But so I was like, I guess. And so my friend was supposed to come, and a lot of stuff happened. She wasn't able to come very last minute. And so it's the day of, and I love my birthday.
Kelsey is such a birthday girl.
I love it. And so, yeah, I wake up and I have nobody to talk to, so I like, or like nobody to hang out with. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna like figure it out. But I was like a little sad. And so I remember I called my parents and I was like, oh, like, because I think I was talking to them both on their own phones. Like it was a, like whatever, like a,
Yeah.
what do you call it? 3-way call.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh no, we're both at home.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? You didn't go on your trips and you didn't tell me? So
Oh,
my parents were
no.
available the whole time, but I didn't know that. My friend bailed last minute. And it was like kind of a little bit of a silly reason. It was like it could have been avoided. And it was her boyfriend's fault, and I hated her boyfriend.
Is she still with him?
No.
Okay, good.
Very firmly no. He's like one of the most rageful times I've ever had in my life was about this man, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was very, very protective of her in this situation. But I like would not even, can't even think of anybody else I would ever say I hated their boyfriend. But
Oh my gosh.
I don't hate people in general, but
He's up there.
Yeah, there were some bad things. Anyways, it was his freaking fault. And then I remember I vowed to myself after that, because I like took myself to the nail salon and like, I don't know, I was like just hanging out in a strip mall all day. Like it wasn't anything exciting.
Oh.
And I think I did a dinner that night, and my roommate came and stuff, and it was good. But like, I promised myself from that point forward that I would never rely on somebody else to make sure that my birthday was good again, and that I would always make sure to do it for myself.
You've really taught me that.
And I think it's made such a difference. Like, you know, even this past year, like we did a lot of stuff for my birthday, obviously a Pukey birthday. But I think Brett and I like did a trip even for it. So we did a lot of stuff, and he had to work the day of because it was a weekday. And I took myself on like a little day. I went to the spa. I got 2 treatments instead of just 1. I like went shopping for jewelry for bridesmaids. Like I did a bunch of like fun little things. And sometimes I'll go to the Upper East Side and like do like a little gossip girl day.
That's
I don't know.
cute.
But I just always make sure that I'm like, even down to gifts, I'm like, Brett gets me amazing things. Like he's very good about gifts and stuff. And, you know, a lot of friends do wonderful things. But regardless, I'm like, I never want to be in a position where I'm like my day is ruined because somebody else doesn't do something.
Right. I love that. Taking it into your own hands. Oh. What did he just do?
He just saw himself.
I can't wait to see that on camera.
Fig
He's so over it.
If you're only listening, Fig just walked up to the camera.
Yeah, please
caught
go
sight
watch
of
the video.
himself and totally flinched away. I was freaking out. Anyway, sorry.
No, I love that advice though. Taking it into your own hands, and like if you are a birthday person and you care about birthdays, make it special for yourself and don't rely on other people to make it special for you, because they might not put as much effort in, and that's okay.
But I think you can also, like, you have everything within yourself to give yourself a good day.
Right.
Like nobody knows what you like better than you. And so like
right.
You have for any day, like if you've got a Friday night where you don't know what to do,
go to the Cheesecake
Factory. Hit the factory. You know what I mean?
Honestly, though, I think that's something as you get older, I think that's a good piece of wisdom to impart on the youths. Like, take things into your own hands. Have fun. Even if it's just you by yourself. I actually love doing things alone. Mm-hmm. Like you're even saying, a fun birthday day by yourself, going to the spa, getting your nails done, doing a shopping day. Have fun. Like, make it fun for you.
Would it have been better if you were there or something? Like, totes.
Totally.
I do love to have a buddy. But I also, like, again, know how to give myself a great day. And I feel like that stands on, like, anytime. I don't know. Like, Brett works late a lot.
Yeah.
And I have, like, a lot of weeknights alone or whatever, or, like, chilling. And I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to put on some Bridgerton, and we're going to get the frozen mac and cheese from the grocery store that I like.
Oh.
And I don't have to worry about anything. And I just, me and Fig hang, and it's the best.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I really do. I think more people should enjoy being alone and having fun by themselves.
Yeah, and I think it's like, I don't know. I just thought that was like a really good lesson, because it was a bad day for me at that point in time.
Yeah.
But like now I'm like, hell yeah. We can give me a day alone. We'll find some fun things to do.
I love that. There was one birthday where Mike couldn't be with me. Like, I want to say it was maybe my 28th birthday, and I did nothing, and I was so sad the whole day. But I had told myself I was going to pretend like it wasn't my birthday.
Which is a bad idea. It's,
It was a horrible idea because the whole day I was just thinking about, I'm getting older, I'm all alone, I have no friends, I have no one to hang out with, everything sucks. Like, I was just so down in the dumps the whole day, and I kept calling my family just crying because I was in LA and they were in Ohio, and I was like, "Why did I do this to myself?" I either should have planned something, or I should have planned to, like, come to New York and be with Mike if I wanted to do my birthday with him, but, like, I had told him specifically, like, he knew he couldn't be with me, and I was like, "It's fine, I'm not a birthday person anyway, so I'm just gonna stay in LA and, like, not do anything, like, I don't even care, I'm gonna pretend like it's any other day." And I totally cared, so don't do
Yeah.
that. Take my advice, even like you're saying, just plan something fun for yourself, something to celebrate you, and also because I'm such not a planner, I'm very type B. I think that's where our friendship works. Kelsey's more type A, I am more type B, but I think that's why I ended up doing a fun 30th birthday, but I did a way more chill one, like, I did a rooftop in LA, but I ended up just inviting maybe, like, 10 friends and their significant others, or it was probably even less than that. It was, like, maybe 10, 15 people total, but I got a little cake, did digital camera photos on the rooftop at sunset, got cocktails and, like, little apps and stuff, and then we danced a little bit at a bar nearby, and, like, I'm so glad I did something, truly, and I was like, "You
Yeah.
can't get your 30th back, so I need to plan something," and I'm glad I did, even though it was, like, super chill.
I just like I live for reasons to celebrate. Like I
Mm.
love any excuse to have a day be a little bit more special or a little bit more fun. I remember like for getting engaged, and I guess our wedding too, but I just didn't want it to be on a day that already meant something to me because I wanted to have an excuse for there to be a whole other day that was now special and always
Yeah.
would be. So no, I think it's like fun. Like that's why I go so hard for my friends' birthdays and stuff. I'm like,
She really
I
does.
love a theme. Love a theme. This theme, by the way, for Emily's is that Fig planned the birthday.
It's so cute.
And so it's a little like a rainbow puppy party.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
it? Rainbow puppy party. Yeah, that's
He's
about you.
obsessed with her. So
Yeah, he loves Emily.
yeah, they like have a really special, cute little connection. They're besties. So, but yeah,
I love that.
you
Okay.
told me to switch gears. Speaking of getting older,
Yep. Can we talk about aging
yes,
and aging gracefully?
Mhm.
And is it possible to age gracefully without doing a little something here and there? Because I do believe you can, but if you don't have the genetics, okay, I'm not talking about anyone else specifically. I feel like I don't have the genetics to age gracefully completely. I'm very grateful for the genetics I do have, but like, there are few little things I'm kind of wanting to fix up here and there. But for a long time, I was very anti for myself, like anti Botox, filler, all the things, because I was worried it would be a very slippery slope that I could fall down. And I just didn't feel like it was something I wanted to spend my money on because I worried it would become oh, I just want to fix this one thing. Oh, but now I fixed that one thing and I'm always seeing this other thing. And so that's why I was always so against it. But I'm wondering now, is there a way to find a balance where you can do a little bits in a healthy way if it genuinely could help with my confidence?
I mean, the first thing I thought of, like, for in terms of aging gracefully, was Audrey Hepburn. I feel like she just, oh my gosh, did such a good job. But I think so much of it that you can do without all that is skincare and like sun protection and like
Which Kelsey's so good at.
I do love. You know, I'm a spray tan girl only. We do not tan outdoors. We wear hats, if we are somewhere tropical. But no, and I wear SPF every single day. Of course, of course, of course.
Yeah.
But no, I think like there's stuff like that. But I mean, I've been super open about anything I've like had done, so to speak. And I like stuff for the most part that is like I like lasers. I like anything that doesn't feel super like
Invasive.
permanent.
Oh, permanent.
Yeah, or like invasive or yeah, like really.
I'm sitting up.
Yeah, I like anything that doesn't feel, I don't know, it just like feels less serious.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about lasers because I'm always looking at Hailey Bieber and what she's doing.
Yeah.
And obviously she has Rhode, but she talks a lot about doing lasers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know what that means.
So there's a bunch of different kinds. I've done IPL before. Love. It,
Okay.
like, so you don't really have, I mean, you have on foundation right now, but you don't really have dark spots.
I have like acne
Scars?
scarring. Yeah,
So it
yeah.
might help with that. I'm not quite sure, but I know I get like a lot of pigmentation on my face from the sun. Like it's like freckling, but not the cute kind of freckles is what I say. It's like sun damage. And so I get it for that and it just targets it and it's like crazy because it just makes them darker and then they just fall off over the course of like a week. You look kind of like Pippi Longstocking for a sec because they're so dark.
Wow.
remember I did it for the first time during COVID, and my dad didn't want me going anywhere, but I'd been at the dermatologist, so I just like snuck in for that too. And he would have been horrified given I didn't wear a mask.
Oh,
But he was like, "What did you do to your face?" And I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
I don't know. I've been home.
But no, stuff like that. I'm actually going to do a couple more rounds of it coming up. I just spoke with the med spa that I go to. They're Skin Loft, by the way. I would talk about them literally all the time. They're so great. I feel like it's really hard actually to find a med spa in New York City that's not sketchy.
Okay, I think I need you to take me and
Yeah.
show me the ropes.
Oh my God, I will.
Because I want to try a laser. I'm very dehydrated, so I want things that I need my wrinkles gone. I'm getting rankly. And it's not crazy, but like I've got a little bit here. I will say this is really wild, but when I drink more water, this wrinkle goes away.
I do. We had a conversation just before we recorded this about how she literally never drinks water. So I do think like first course of action is going to be.
I'm horrible. I don't know why lately I just have been forgetting to drink water.
Do you know how to Stanley?
I do, but I swear my Stanley makes me feel ill. It has mold in it. I swear.
Okay.
You know, underneath the screw part, there's like a plastic thing somewhere on the lid.
Yeah.
I found mold under there. Like black dots.
Oh.
Do you take that part off?
What do you mean?
Where's your Stanley?
I don't know where it is.
We'll go look at yours later and see if it has what mine had. But I just feel a little ill when I drink out of my Stanley.
Okay,
like I feel like it's a little dusty, a little moldy.
Perhaps an excuse for a new bottle.
Okay, maybe I just need a new one. That's true. But no, I need to drink more water. But yeah, my main thing is really that I'm feeling a little wrinkly, and I feel like my eyesight hasn't been as good, so I've been doing the brow thing a little bit more, and I'm getting some 11s in here. But again, I have a true part of me that's like, that's beautiful and let it be.
Absolutely.
And then I have another part of me that's like, I don't feel like I look like myself. Like I truly look in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, oh my God, I look different. Like I'm just getting these fine lines that I didn't have before. But one thing that I did want to talk about, I think some of the most beautiful people with work done enhance their natural features versus trying to completely look like someone else. And when I really think about it, I feel like Hailey Bieber is such a great example of that. I feel like she actually really does kind of enhance her natural features versus trying to like give herself a completely different nose, a completely different face to try to look like Kim Kardashian or something, you know? And I do appreciate that.
And that's why I like lasers, because I think like protecting the skin that you have and like making like, you know, because it helps with things like collagen and cell turnover, and like it can just like give you the skin that you've always had, kind of, or like maybe even better. Like it's your skin. It's nothing like additive. It's just like almost like turning back time. But I know we've talked about Botox a little bit because I've held off. I'm only 30. We're both only 30. But like, I've thought about it. I've done filler. I've done like a teeny bit of filler twice in my lips. I did a quarter syringe the first time, which is basically nothing. And then I did a half a syringe the next time. And I got that last May, just before we did our courthouse wedding.
And you liked it, right?
Love. Yeah. I just noticed like actually like this week, like overnight, I was like, wait, I think it's gone.
Yeah.
But I think it's time I'll do that again because I just think I don't know. I just liked it. But for Botox, the advice that they gave me, because I've asked about it when I go in, I'm like, you know, they'll probably tell me. If anything, I would expect they would be more so inclined to tell me to get it.
Right.
Because I have friends that have started getting it at like 22.
Oh my gosh, I feel like everyone, especially people we watch on TV, they're like 25. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they're all getting it, and they're like 24 and up.
But they told me their like barometer is that if you don't have standing lines, you shouldn't get it.
Oh, so like when you're resting.
Yeah, when your face is resting, if there's not a line, they say it's not time.
Interesting.
And I'm sure it totally varies, but I liked that as a barometer personally.
That's actually very good advice. I've always had this one line though. Even back to college, I've had this line.
Well, I'm curious what they would say.
I don't know. I've never had anything. Never had Botox, never had lip filler. I don't know why I've been kind of anti that, but I think actually, honestly, since my mindset going into Wegovy was very much like, if nobody was judging you for it, what would you do? And like, what would make you the happiest? And I was like, oh, I actually would try this if I didn't care about people's judgment. And I kind of now wonder if maybe I would want to try a little Botox and a little lip filler.
I mean, the nice thing about these is that they do go away. Like, it takes a while for certain things. Like,
Mhm.
Botox goes away. Depends on how fast your body metabolizes, but it can be, like, not that long at all. Or it can be,
Okay.
like I think some people go, like, quarterly, if I had to guess.
Okay.
So, like, that's really not and it depends on how many, like, units you get. I think it totally varies, but,
We don't know because we haven't really done it,
I
but
know. But,
I'll
like, you could
keep you
get it, though,
updated.
and it would go away.
Okay.
So, like, you could totally turn it back in terms of, like
Yeah.
so I think that that's at least comforting. But no, I've thought about it too. Just I like have noticed. I don't know. Like saw some video that I was like at my office the other day, and they took some videos of me for like corporate account, and there's one where I was like full acting, but I was like sobbing. Um,
Wait, that's so funny.
yeah, and I like went all into it, and I was like, oh my god! But also, like, do I make that face usually? No,
That's true. You're not full sobbing most of
no,
the time.
not publicly, certainly.
At home, it's a little bit different. No, I agree. And so I think because I also do like filming myself for work, and I think that that's been the thing that's bothered me the most is when I see myself in an iPhone video in bright direct sunlight. I'm like, oh, I've got some fine lines that I did not have a year or two ago, and it's bothering me. But okay, so the other part of it is like, why does it bother me?
That's
And like
exactly what I was gonna ask you.
diving into that part of it,
Mhm.
because is it the societal expectation of like, oh, you shouldn't have wrinkles and you need to stay young forever? Because I don't want to believe that. Like
Right.
I don't. And I think some of the most beautiful people that, especially, I'm always like referring back to Hollywood, but some of the most beautiful people that have aged the most gracefully in Hollywood are people that didn't have a lot of work done, I think.
100%.
I always thought Diane Keaton was so
Oh, I
beautiful.
know. I know. And like, I mean, I think that was my question to you when you said like if nobody was judging me because I was kind of like wouldn't that still be considered judgment if it's like what would make you want to do that if you didn't have any sort of like preconceived notion about yourself, you know what I mean?
Right. I know that's what I'm curious about. I'm like, is
Mhm.
it just that I want to look that certain way and it'll make me feel more confident and it's nothing to do with outside factors? Or is it that I think I should look a certain way based upon what I've seen other people looking like
Mhm.
and what I think is like societally more
I
attractive? And I don't
know.
know. It's so ingrained in me to like want to look a
Totally.
certain way that I actually couldn't tell you what I want versus what other people want and like what the difference is in my brain.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can probably help speak to this, but something that is always shocking to me because for work, I do interview celebrities like all the time. It is always shocking. Like, so many of them look even better in person,
Right.
which is, I think, unbelievable because they already look so good on camera. But like at something like BravoCon, it is astounding how beautiful some of these people are. And granted, they have like a full glam team for that, and they have like, they've got so many resources that so many regular people don't have, but they are freaking stunning. And
It's
like,
so crazy.
they're always thinner than you think that they are.
It's
It's
insane.
insane.
It's so crazy because they do say what's the saying? The camera adds 10 pounds,
No,
blah,
it
blah, blah.
does.
Oh, these were the tiniest people I've ever seen in my life because Kelsey took me to BravoCon to assist, and I was shocked because this was my first time really
Mhm.
seeing a lot of celebrities in person like that. You're more used to it because you've done this for so long, but I remember Katie from Real Housewives of Orange
Oh
County
my god,
was
we were obsessed.
oh, we were so obsessed. And so her husband was like behind the camera, kind of walking the carpet from the outside, like the camera side that I was on. And so Kelsey's interviewing Katie from Real Housewives of OC, and I'm talking to her husband behind the camera. And I'm like, your wife is the most stunning person I've ever seen. He was like, oh my God. He said, he was like, every room I've ever walked into, she's the most beautiful woman
But
in the
she,
room.
like, actually probably is.
Oh, I was like, she's the most beautiful in any room I've walked into as well.
It was like, she looks beautiful on the show, but there was something about her that was, like, striking. Like, she was so freaking beautiful. It was crazy.
It was really crazy, but she was such a good example to me of like, I would watch her on TV and be like, oh, she's like pretty and normal and whatever. In person, these people are another level, which just makes me wonder, what would I look like on TV? Couldn't be good.
Well, I think that that's why sometimes I can be hard on myself is, like, I see myself on camera more than any person should. Like,
Right. No
I
one
look at
needs
my
to.
own face more than
It can't
anybody
be
should.
healthy for anyone.
No, like, the amount of things that I'll be like yeah, no, it's I try really hard to kinda keep it like I said, like doing things that I think are maintenance level. Like I'll do like retinol and stuff in my skincare routine. Like I never, even if I am having Pukey birthday, I will do my full skincare routine. And I know that that's insane. Okay. But I will. But I
Yeah,
will.
totally. No, it's not
Um,
insane.
I'll be
That's
like,
why
and
your
they're
skin
like,
is so good.
well, not right now. Oh my God. I'm still having hormonal acne from freaking shots.
Right. And you had to go off of birth control, which probably was originally keeping that.
Yeah. Well, then
down.
because I'm gonna do laser again soon, they're like, "Don't do retinol for a second." I was like, "Shit," because I thought like the retinol might help the turnover.
Oh my God.
But
You know all the things.
but
I really
no.
need help with all this.
It's okay. But no, I think it's like the point is, I don't think anybody needs to do anything unless they
Unless you
want to.
want to. And figure out why do you want to. And I'm going to ask myself that question this week and I will get back to you
And
on
if we
that.
do go get something, we'll tell you all about it.
Oh,
we
I
don't.
would love to come back and report.
Oh my God, I know.
Oh, it would be fun to do like live getting lip filler like on the podcast.
I've done, yeah, that would be hilarious. I've done it, like TikToks about it. Like pretty much anytime not pretty much, like I think every time I've done anything, I've shown it.
Yeah.
But I just think it's like, that's why like also with the freaking Wegovy thing, I was like, why am I not talking? Like I talk about everything else.
Well,
But I think I just
you've
had
done
like
it
this
now.
like deeper level of shame about it that was weird. I don't know.
No, I did too. I get it. I totally understand.
So,
But yeah, we will report back if we try anything. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Also, my boyfriend Mike is very much like he really doesn't want me to get anything done, but I think he also has this connotation with people getting work done of like the most extreme.
oh, you're gonna get lip filler, you're gonna be Lisa Rinna.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't think he realizes that a lot of girls that he knows in his life
He would not
are
know that I
getting
did.
yeah, he wouldn't know the
He would
difference.
have no idea. And that's like, so Brett felt that way as well. And I think if I started taking things to an extreme, he'd be kind of like, why? Because he loves the way I look. Like literally, even if I'm looking haggard,
Yes.
like, but like I think that once I started doing stuff, and he's like, no, you look the same as you always have. Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of fine. But no, I also don't think we need to like listen to them. I do have a
No.
friend who got lip filler, and when you first get it, you look a little like it's really swollen.
Yes.
In fact, it's really common for people like when the swelling goes down to be like, oh shit, I should have done more because I liked it better then.
Yes, it grows on them, the swelling, and then they're like, oh, there's nothing left.
Yeah. But she was dealing with the swelling. It was her first time getting any. And he like her boyfriend made fun of her so badly
Oh no.
that she ended up going and getting it dissolved. Like she paid like, I think it was like $1,000 or something crazy to get it dissolved. And I just remember being like, first of all, like, why would you even tell? I tell Brett like literally every thought I've ever had in my life. But like,
I know, I don't know if I could keep it a secret, but I know what you mean because it's like if she hadn't said something, would he have noticed?
right.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
There's a high chance.
They're not usually that observant.
I'll always ask Mike, notice anything different? And he'll be like, no. And it could be anything. I'm like, I did a full self tan. I completely changed my hair. No.
How dare you? My tan looks amazing.
Oh, one more thing that I'm curious about, and I just want people to tell me if they think this would be okay or not. I'm 50-50. I kind of want to get my eyebrows microbladed. Would that be a really crazy thing to do?
I feel like I researched so many weird topics. This is a topic I have watched many a TikTok about. Almost everybody regrets it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It seems like initially it looks good, but I think also with the way that eyebrow trends change, it like when it fades, it's not great. And it depends on who you go to. If you don't, some people who are really good can obviously do a great job. And I think like, I'm sure we see people all the time whose brows look absolutely incredible. Yeah. But I've heard like, it'll kind of start to like gray out in color when it's older, or like
I have seen that.
If you don't really have sparse brows.
I do though, because I fill in the whole fronts. Because these are all like, I've got sparse hairs in the front, but I don't know. I just don't feel like myself without my eyebrows filled in. And sometimes I feel a little bit, not sometimes, I always feel insecure if I don't have makeup on. And I just kind of thought like, even if I can't fully get my acne under control and whatever, I think I would actually feel so much more confident without makeup on if I had brows filled in all the time.
Considering. I would do a lot of research though, because I think I've pretty much exclusively heard of people not having a good experience, but I do think like a negative experience is more likely to perform on a social media channel. So take that for what it is.
That's fair. Like maybe people aren't really talking about the good experiences as much.
Or I think they're just not getting pushed.
That could be, we'll see. But I would be willing to pay like $1,000 plus to have really, really good one. And I want like the fine line strokes. I don't want it filled in with the, I forget what it's, they can do like shading. I don't want that. I want fine line strokes filling in the front so that they're even and darker overall.
Do you have hairs there at all, or is it?
Yes, I do have hairs in the front, but like they're sparse in the front.
I wonder like if you dyed them, if that would help at all.
But I feel like I need the skin darker or just more hairs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's looking at herself in her phone now.
Like right now I draw. I feel so conceited in this episode. But right now I draw on little strokes on the front. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not really good at doing my brows. I'm going through a whole phase right now where I want them to be really close together. And maybe it's just not the vibe.
Very Lily Collins of you.
Oh, she has my dream.
Has such good brows.
My dream. I want like a unibrow. I want a Lily Collins unibrow. I keep drawing them closer and closer together. And some days I'm like, I want to connect it. I really do. Anyway, I think this was kind of fun though.
Yeah. No, I think this was lighthearted. We wanted something that felt light after last week. Just like, because that's what we want it to be, is like real chats, but like also, life is hard anyway, so it should be like not that serious here.
I think it's kind of fun to just throw on like an easy podcast in the background and like go clean your kitchen, make your bed, do work while this is on in the background. And I think these type of episodes are what I like to listen to.
Yes. But just know that we really appreciate anybody who's listened to us. Like, it has meant so much to get messages from you. Like, truly.
Oh my God.
Just like, I don't know. This is like a venture. We like joke that we won't look at the stats and stuff because we want to do it for fun. And we wanted to just be like, if we're just, having fun with it and like continue, then it'll be something good. But I don't want to get bogged down by like, only this many people. Like, who cares? If you take an hour out of your day to listen to us, like, that's amazing. And thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see where this goes. But we were saying, no matter how big it gets, we genuinely love having these conversations and getting to connect with people who just have a similar vibe and similar interests. And we want to do more episodes too where we get to connect with all of you.
Oh my God, we do. We really do. We had some that we were so last minute. Like last night we were texting about what we were going to do today. And we were like, we should do a like audience call in episode. And we're like, we have literally no time to pull it together. What are we doing?
But maybe, what if we say for the next time we record, we could set up a phone number and like a voicemail?
Yes.
And maybe we could insert it here and put the number on the screen and a clip of us from the future with the phone number that they could call in.
Yes. We'll see what we can do. Let's see
if we can pull it together.
But I don't know. We appreciate you. And I need to go eat my empanadas now.
Oh yeah, you need to eat.
I never had my dinner.
Home. Okay. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.